Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. It is that time again, as it is time for the latest Guilty Gear Strive Developers Backyard, where the developers and creators of the game address the public at large about various aspects of the game. And this one, I think this one's going to be a doozy. Because normally I don't comment on these kind of matters. I don't consider this channel like, a culture war channel or whatever, right? But obviously, unless you've been sleeping under a rock, there's been a whole big thing about Bridget, right? How Bridget is now a girl, and you would think that Bridget being a girl is apparent because they say it is, the bio says it is, Bridget herself says it in the game, and a million other points, right? And some people still couldn't accept it. So part of this developers backyard is them addressing that once and for all. So let's get to that first and then we'll get to everything else. So this is from Daisuke Ishiwatari, the creator of the Guilty Gear franchise, the guy who made all the characters. We have received many inquiries about Bridget's gender. After the events of Bridget's story in arcade mode, she self-identifies as a woman. So, as to whether he or she would be the correct pronoun for Bridget, the answer would be she. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of it. That's final. This is the creator of the franchise. His word goes. And I know already some people trying to weasel around it. Well, does he say that in the Japanese version of the interview? Yes, he does, okay? So get over it, please. Bridget is a girl. That's that. If you like that, great. Fantastic. If you don't, well, too bad. Move on with your life. Daisuke would further add, I hope that you will all watch over her path after her courageous choice to stay true to her own feelings. Katano-san would add here, by the way, although difficulty and story dialogue of arcade mode change depending on the match results, this doesn't change the main plot, nor are there alternate endings such as good or bad endings. Same goes for other characters' arcade stories as well. In general, these variations show aspects of the characters. So the reason they have to say this is because a lot of people are being really ignorant and saying the ending where Bridget says she's a girl was the bad ending. Like that somehow exists, which it doesn't in Strive at all, by the way. So once again, straight from the developer's mouth, now you can just shut up about it. Let people have their fun. Don't be such a grouch. So one more final time for everyone who couldn't hear in the back. Bridget is a girl. Case closed. We're done. Now on to everything else. So Guilty Gear Strive sold over 1 million copies. Now, this has been news before, but they never officially commented on Developers Backyard, and they just state, thanks to your support, Guilty Gear Strive has sold over 1 million total units worldwide. It's an incredible milestone, as this is a first, not only for the Guilty Gear series, but for games we've published at Arc System Works, as in they published, not like Dragon Ball, that's Bandai Namco. We truly appreciate all the players, fans, tournament organizers, and, well, everyone. And as you can see here, they have a nice little animation for that as well. Next up, colors. Color is always a hot topic here. The additional color pack number 2 was announced in a way that made it seem like additional colors for every character, when it only included additional colors for Season 2 characters. I apologize for the confusion. If you're wondering about plans for new colors in Season 2, actually we're working on colors like these. As you can see here, nice and sharp designs for sure. That green though, you gotta wonder if it's green enough. These are still under development and subject to change, but we're working on a series of colors inspired by gaming and esports. Soul and Kai are shown in this image using different color options. I'd love to show you the other characters, but please hang on while we get them ready for release. I hope to share plans for future updates like this as much as possible, sometimes for promotional or development related reasons. We may not be able to announce specific dates until shortly before release, or there could be last minute changes. Thank you for your understanding. All I can say is, new colors, finally. It's about dang time. Now, next up is another big one. So we started with a big one, we're going to end with a big one here, and we're talking about that Crossplay beta. So you remember that, right? The beta that's coming for Crossplay? Well, there's some news here. Although we announced the Crossplay beta for mid-September, due to unexpected delays in getting the game client for the test ready, we are currently aiming for late September into early October. So basically, hey, small delay, but it's still coming, and there's more. We're working on making it so anyone can join for free, even if they don't own a copy of the game. This would be a great chance to invite a friend to play with you. We'd like for as many players as possible to join the test, so your participation would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, this is just more than getting PlayStation to play with PC. They're opening the doors for literally everyone. So if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you probably own the game, but if you know a friend, family member, whatever, they want to try Guilty Gear Strive, they've never done it, this is the time because you cannot beat the price of free. Now granted, keep in mind, the crossplay beta will not be lasting forever, so this free period won't be forever, but still, if you've ever considered trying out the game, this will be a hell of a time to do it. Crossplay will officially release once the final adjustments are completed after the beta test. If all goes well, it should be released during autumn of 2022. We'll provide updates on progress towards the update implementing crossplay in the developer's backyard volume after this beta test concludes. So it's been stated before, but basically the crossplay beta will run for a time, and once they've concluded, okay, good enough, they're just going to officially roll it into the game straight away. No fuss, no muss, no extra waiting period, just from beta to final, let's go. Of course, during that time, once the beta's over though, I'm going to have to assume that free period is over. You know, can't give it away forever for free, right? The developer's backyard also goes into a lot of the various popularity poll things that were done that they did during EVO and their panels, although we've already covered that on the channel. If you haven't seen it already though, I'll give you a link to the developer's backyard in the video description and you can check it all out there. And that's about the main info for now. So they also state here they're taking more questions. You can find that in the developer's backyard link at the bottom where you can mail them questions. The next developer's backyard should be after the beta test is concluded for crossplay. So just to close out, I honestly find it a bit of a shame that the developers had to weigh in publicly on the whole Bridget matter. Like, it stood for itself. The only way you could argue against it if you were just being ignorant, honestly. So they had to come out and say it, so that's it, that's done. There is to be no more arguing against it, that's it. Now, other stuff, the colors, hey! I'm a big fan of colors, I want more colors. I don't know how this game is not selling DLC color packs every 2 weeks, because I'm a sucker, I would buy every single one, right? And now the game's over a year old and there's still not new colors, man. I just don't know how they didn't view this as a free source of money. But we're gonna get it finally at some point, so that's good as well. And hey, crossplay beta, man. This is the future of the FGC. There's so much going on. The FGC is so good. We got Street Fighter 6 coming up. That's going to have crossplay too. Tekken 8 just got shown the other day. We got Project L in the future. Mortal Kombat 12 in the future. Guilty Gear. You know, if you are on PlayStation, you can play against your PC friends. Everything's going so good for fighting games. I can't wait. And this is just the beginning of it. This is just the herald of it. Good times are ahead, my friends. That all said, we're at the end of the video, so thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Guilty Gear.